it almost feels like it's unfair. Now I feel glad carrying on Bob with me the whole time because a whole bunch of that time Bob seemed like not very strong. With not being able to do much as a tiny cactus, but I persisted and I carried Bob with me and leveled him up passively, um, acquiring all those needle buffs, and until I was able to make him grow big and strong into a mighty, powerful cactus with an even more powerful mustache. And again, that's not even all of them. Once I acquire, yeah, I assume once I acquire the final extra needles, it will do an extra 200 damage per hit, making it even 1,000, or rather, making it even 2,000 for every needle. I don't know why I'm saving again. But, I mean, this is pretty much the 10,000 needle attack. Although, I do wonder about the other cactus, because the other cactuar is kind of the opposite. The Gargantuar has a bunch of abilities that makes each needle attack do less AP cost. That's what it seems like to me. Thousands of needles instead of needles. Treasure hunter. I'll get that. But yeah, instead of having things that increase needle damage, you see it has these things that instead reduce the AP required for needles. Because this is a totally different family tree. All my needle buffs for the Gargantuar doesn't carry over to the Gargantuar. Because I want to see what the damage is like. Because the other one's more thrifty in terms of what you can do for having most bang for your buck for AP. But I wonder how the damage compares to the Gargantuar. But yeah, those guys in the Coliseum, like, they hit pretty hard, and it seems like they barely do any much. Even with Flare and my other strong attacks, nothing else even seems to compare to what thousands of needles can even do. It's insane. I mean, like, it doesn't seem to be balanced at all. Like, nothing else I can do seems to even come close to that. Except for, like, Mega Mirages. Nothing else can even seem to compare to this kind of power. So I'm just like... It makes me wonder if like every boss from here on, at least for a little while, isn't gonna have a chance. Okay, so let's go back and see Scylla's and Cloud. Hmm. Right, so there's Nightmare. Yeah, this is the ancient library from Final Fantasy V, pretty much, and that over there was like the train graveyard. It looks like it was sort of based off of 7, but it's too big. The train graveyard didn't have trains piled up like, that high, like crazy. Hometown of the Ancients.
Oh, Looks like everyone's back to normal now.
Another day has been the same.
Alrighty then. Next up is... What were we after again?
The Key of Tides. Will Rain and the Lawn succeed in their noble adventure? Stay tuned.
Tama, hey! Who gave you permission to cut to a commercial break? Put us back on the air.
And now, back to the adventures of Lon and Rain and Tama and a bunch of mirages and Lon.
Oh, whatever. So, what are we doing? Anybody? Should we go pay one last visit to Celeste and Sid before we head
Oh,
out?
Celeste? Celeste.
I just raised my civic rank again. It won't be long before I'm living it up in a castle now.
Welcome to Tome Town. We've got books and, well, that's about it, but I hope you enjoy it here.
This place is like made out of books. It's not just full of books. Like everything, including the ground. Hey, it's Tantarian. Huh, that's funny. They have a statue of Tantarian. Because a bunch of these things that look like monsters from Final Fantasy V inside the books, like this thing over here, this thing would look like a tiki mask. But I was just funny to see a statue of Tantarian over here.
All work and no play makes you go home with lots of money. That's our motto, kiddos.
Oh, so you made it through unscathed? Not long after all the trouble started going down, this person with a ghastly pale face attacked me. I thought I was a total goner. But then this total dreamboat with this huge sword came along and rescued me. I wish I could thank him somehow, but I have no idea where he went afterwards.
Thank you, Cloud. There's Biblos. I think that's Biblos. That statue of the bull.
I was attacked by this mirage, and apparently turned into a vampire. Of course, I can't remember any of it. But it is really scary to think I might have stayed that way forever.
Map. Because now this place is a normal town, so we should be able to talk to the people, and there's, people around again. Alright, Sid the vending machine. Let's see what you want.
Keys, you say? A temple in the deep? Well, I believe I've heard of such a temple in the Besaid region, directly above us.
Besaid?
So, about this Besaid place...
It's a beach, man.
It sounds like it's the continent directly above us.
Good. We won't do any falling to get there.
Be whatever it's called, here we come.
No jokes about BO this time? Oh, good.
Alright, Celeste.
Town seems to be back on its feet. Still, how can they care so little? Do they not mind their home in chains?
Yeah, I guess they just don't care unless it's actively hurting them, huh?
It's worse. Some of the poor fools are even thankful for it. They think it's Bahamut that will keep them safe from vampires.
Maybe some people just think life under Federation rule is easier.
But is it truly easier? When Bahamut takes control, they promise you'll remain free. But that's not true at all.
What does that mean?
The whole catch about joining the Federation is that you're asked to become an architect. Someone willing to build a better tomorrow.
Okay, how do they convince people?
Well, part of the appeal is that it gives you something to be proud about, but that's far from the only incentive. You see, once you're an architect, you get to live in a cathedral and perform your duties amidst the utmost luxury. You're kept far away from war and strife, never wanting for food, and free to live out the rest of your days in leisure.
Oh, dude! No wonder so many people are lining up for the job.
Sign me up for the pampered and well-fed crew.
Yeah, but don't you think it sounds a little too good to be true?
Well, yeah.
Exactly. Any sane person can see it.
Yeah. No one should fall for that stuff, right?
I can't imagine what goes through their heads.
Oh, but if you voice your suspicions or reject their luxury, the Federation pushes you right to the bottom. You become dead to the world.
Yes, we've seen them. People like that.
So no one wants to dig deeper or think harder about it. They nod their heads, oblivious to what it means. Better to take the less complicated path than justify it by only hearing the things you want to hear. It's truly maddening when you consider it. The consequences are right there, but they refuse to look.
What are they gonna do about it?
Unfortunately, Celeste, there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to think things through. It really is so sad.
How very true. But hey, once you've made up your mind about stuff, it's not an easy thing to back down. Folks would say, you know, oh yeah, they'd say you lack confection.
What?
That does sound like a soul-crushing dilemma. I wouldn't the one to give up candy.
I've heard some dumb things, but rate it on a scale of dumb to 10, that right there was the dumb Evan. Oh, and I think the phrase he was looking for, it's lacking conviction.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh, me too.
Then why did you say it?
You are a funny bunch.
Hey, there's only one weirdo around, and that's this guy.
Huh? But she said funny. And I am not weird.
Oh, you are both weird.
What?
Dude.
Yay! I'm the only one who's not the weird.
Oh, sorry. You're included.
What?
Dude, Rain climbed onto a train to try to murder a cactus, because she was so enraged. She was flipping out and just going nuts, trying to get him, and she was just like not gonna give up until she freaking tore his arms off.
You know, I meant to ask, how did you end up working here with Sid?
Let's just say Sid and I go back a long way. He's the one who hired me to protect Hometown.
Oh shoot! That scared the crap out of me.
I stay for other reasons. Someone has to make sure he stays out of trouble. Over half the junk you saw in the train graveyard is stuff Sid destroyed on one of his rampages.
Wow, dude. I was wondering how it got piled up. That was Sid?
His mind shuts down, and he becomes a pathological collector who attacks anything he sets his sights on. There's no pattern to his targets, so he poses a real danger.
That sounds pretty rough.
So you see, someone has to keep an eye on him, or there's no telling what sort of damage he might do.
He sounds too dangerous to be around here.
By the by, do you buy into this so-called Crimson Prophecy?
You have to keep in mind that we learned over almost nothing about Grimoire. Azure, Crimson, all this prophecy stuff, it just sounds like jibber-jabber to us.
Yeah, this is my first time in Grimoire too, so I don't get it either.
Yep. Sails over my head.
Yeah, well, Lon, entire Navy sail over your head.
I suppose that it's fine as long as you're taking it with a grain of salt, but do allow me to add a word of caution. You see, while this library contains every ancient book you can imagine, not one of them mentions anything about a Crimson Prophecy.
Wow. So even with all these books, you're still missing one?
No. Anything old enough to be called a proper prophecy would have to be in our archives.
Huh? Then why isn't it?
Indeed. I'm certain there's a good explanation, which we just aren't thinking of.
Huh.
Hey, Sid, since the town's got one of those anchor things, doesn't that mean you guys are a part of the Federation now?
Really? That would certainly be news to me.
Huh? What do you mean?
What do you mean? As far as I know, we drove those yahoos off. Whatever it was they thought they were selling.
So then what? They took over Tometown by force?
Huh? So the vampires were all part of some bigger the plan?
What? Oh, no. They would never. Yes, they would! When did the Federation become such thugs?
You mean it wasn't
What?
like that before?
Oh, well, they were certainly very coercive, but I've never heard of anything quite like this.
Well, we have. Bahamut sent a whole horde of goblins to invade Cornelia.
Really? Well, you don't say. That's just a little bit unsettling.
This guy, he freaks me out.
You do know those monocles you got there? I invented those some years ago.
What?
Wow, dude.
Things that can see
This was
chains, I
back
guess.
Before I got my new body, I was on a grand adventure to find new books, and I noticed that the towns I visited had just the strangest spatial distortions. I naturally suspected the presence of hidden bookshops.
For the record, that's not normal.
Well, anyway, I decided to make a lens that corrected the distortions. And when I saw a whopping no bookshops and a bunch of weird chains, I made a sad face and gave my dear monocle away.
How much of a bibbidi-file are you, anyway?
Later, someone asked how to make the lenses, so I generously passed the wisdom on.
And I guess those models found their way to Charlotta's Inn.
It's funny that she had them in the middle of nowhere in a snowy inn instead of just like anywhere else. You think somewhere like scientists would have them.
If you don't mind, I am very busy reading. If you don't mind.
Alright.
Can I help you find something?
Alright.
Come by and visit whenever you like. Come by.
Oh yeah, where's Cloud at? Cause she said that he'd be over here too, right? I don't see Cloud anywhere around here.
This is just terrible. What am I gonna do? Without them, my hands are tied.
The heck is that up there? Is
What perfect timing. I've got a favor to ask.
that a
There are
sheep?
2 special spell stones I need more than anything. Please, can you find them for me? Wonderful. Thank you so much for doing this. The 2 spell stones I need.
I had my own dreams once. And the Federation branded me a derelict. Now I'll never get to see my dreams come true.
Alright.
I still remember a little bit from when the trouble started and I got turned into a vampire. I think this might sound a little creepy, but it actually felt kinda good. I still remember a little bit from... I think this...
Weird. Yeah, it's so funny. This area is this whole place is literally made out of books, like giant books. Oh, it's this place again. Okay. Where is Cloud? I said to talk to him again with Celeste, but I don't see him around anywhere. So I guess I'll just keep unlocking stuff over here. Yeah, Gentle Mist. That would be really good. The mightiest of swords. Again, it's so weird that he's a Mirage, though. That's so random, because every other thing I run into here from other Final Fantasies are you know, their characters. I mean, not counting, like, you know, summons and stuff, but I know he's been a summon in other games, but he started off as as a straight-up character. Most of the other summons in this game, you know, not counting champions, which are kind of like their own thing, are, you know, are actual just summons. Either that or they were like monsters. But he was like a legit character that, like, in Dissidia, when you could play as, like, you know, characters that would be champions in this game, Gilgamesh was one of them. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere.
Hey, you there. Do you have a minute? I've got a little request.
Okay.
See, there's been a mirage infestation in the train graveyard. Is there any chance you could take care of them before they set their sights on our town? You'll do it? All you have to do is head to the train graveyard and take out a few mirages. Thanks. We're counting on you.
What do I get for doing this? Slow seed. Most of these really don't give that great of rewards, but seeds are kind of useful. Let me save. Also, I need to check what time it is. What time is it? If I can look at my clock. Try to tab out for a second when my it's not cooperating.
Chapter 18. The Fell Spell and the Quacho Queen.
Quacho. Aren't those penguins? Oh, what time? Okay, it looks like it's 10:44 right now. I'll try to tab out for a sec, look at my time. But it's not cooperating. Okay, so one goes to the train graveyard and the other one goes to the library, so I think that's a train. Yeah, that's a train graveyard. And that's where I came from.
Huh? That's not the usual train whistle.
Look over there. I think I see some lights that weren't there before.
That's the north of us. Maybe the train will take us to the upper the continent.
What about the ghost train?
Hey, these tracks don't go anywhere.
Maybe they're doing construction.
Not.
Not him.
Yes, me.
If the conductor is here, then the train must be up in the running.
But, like, how can it be in so many places? Who's kept touring the other trains?
I'm everywhere my passengers need me. The nitty-gritty technical details are a trade secret.
Ha!
Nice try!
So, Mr. the Conductor, sir? Is the train running? Does it go to the upper the continent?
Of course it does. Go on then, all aboard. But first, Your tickets, please.
This guy's a freaking nut.
Ugh. My dance moves just don't have that certain something anymore. What is it that I'm missing? Oh, you're Mirage Keepers, aren't you? Your timing is perfect. I've heard that some Mirages out there are real lookers. If you find any Mirages like that, could you show them to me? I need some new inspiration.
Like what? Yeah?
Will? Oh, thank you so much. I just know this is going to be a huge help to me.
Oh.
She's got to be graceful and cute and, on second thought, never mind. Any female Mirage should do the trick.
Alright.
She's got to be great.
Do I really not have one in my inventory? Well, it's not on me. I just pull out Shiva then if she wants to see one that badly. Let's see. Oh wait, I gotta see if Nightmare has what's it called? No wait, it's not large though. I don't think it would have what's it called? Joyride. Yeah, I wouldn't have that. Alright. Okay, let me just... No, I want to replace. I want to go to the prism case. Right. Okay. Alright. You should be good enough.
She's so graceful and cute. That's it. Now I know exactly what it is I've been missing. And it's all thanks to you. Oh, you're the greatest. This is for you. No need to be shy. Well, see you around.
Well, it was easy and useful. Because seeds are expensive. Huh, what's up with these guys? These imps. What did I have? Oh, what did I just replace this with? Right, that was Nightmare, right? Okay, put Nightmare back. Yeah, Nightmare has 2 transconfigurations. It says 1. This thing probably has a lot of points by now. Yeah, because I wanted to use this guy before because he's really freaking cool. Just trying to get him leveled up and stuff. Wish I had Joyride. Although, I also want to level up some of my other stuff. Brother Tor, Imp. Oh dang, this one has a lot. Let me throw Brother Tor, I guess, for now. You know, I haven't leveled this thing up yet. Let me do that, because I'm trying to get all these extra stuff leveled up. Let me, Chocobo Girl Special Promotion? Meow Meow Chow Chow? Choco Chow?
Right, tickets, please.
Do I have tickets?
Go on then. All aboard.
Good enough.
We would like to take a moment now to kindly remind all our passengers to remain in their seats facing forward. Please fasten your seatbelts at this time.
Seatbelts on a train?
What are they for?
We're probably going kind of fast then. Is this like a rocket powered train? Well, we're back to Anime Land, and we're going straight up into space on a train. Oh boy.
3, 2, lift off!
Well, it is a rocket powered train. What? Wait, now we're in water?
Why does this world's transportation have to be so...
Huh? Whoa!
What?
Hello, penguin. Now we're underwater? How do we go straight up into water?
Wow!
We went straight up like a freaking rocket ship, like we were taking off into space, and all of a sudden we ended up in an ocean, in the air. Oh, great. The missing textures again. Because in the anime scenes, it's fine. But when it tries rendering it again, like with actual graphics, then there's a problem.
Aloha! And a warm welcome to the Empyreum.
The what? I thought this was Besaid.
Oh, I am now loving this weather.
It makes me just want to laugh out loud.
Wow.
I have no idea how to react to that, so I'm just gonna ignore you. Now, what do you say we head for that town over there?
Wow, they brought up that ridiculous scene in Final Fantasy X with Titus. Oh my god. That was hilarious. Oh boy.
Aloha, and welcome to Grimoire's Tropical Empyrean.
Now again, like it's so weird that like I thought we were going to Besaid, but we ended up going like I don't get how the geometry or whatever of this world's supposed to work, going up into space, into an ocean, and then on a beach. I'm just like so confused how that's supposed to work.
Be sure to enjoy our beautiful beaches.
Oh, cool! I can walk around. What's with the music, though?
Be sure to enjoy our...
If an enemy slows you in battle, you won't be able to take action as often. Haste magic will fix you lickety-split, but if you don't have that, you can still recover by using a gold hourglass. Here, this one's for you.
Yeah, the music didn't sound like the theme at first when I first heard it again. But it is the Final Fantasy 16, but it was part of the music that I didn't recognize. This is Besaid, right? I pretty sure at least. At least from the what I can tell from the ruins in the background.
Okay, we've got a temple in the deep to find. Why don't we start by asking around?
The Sunken Temple? Oh yeah, everyone around here's heard about it. But since no one's ever been there, who can say if it actually exists?
The Sunken Temple, like Bodge? Oh, what?
Did it work? I hear shouting those words turns you into an expert diver.
Aloha. Sightseeing, are we? Well, welcome to the Port of Besaid. It's not the biggest town in the world, but it is nice and laid back. You two are gonna love it here. Just kick back and relax.
People say that someone really, really scary lives right here in town. But I've never met anyone like that.
It was weird though, that Cloud just straight up disappeared after helping us. He was just gone.
Hey, I wouldn't go that way if I were you. Why not? Well, that's an excellent question. But I'm afraid I've already said so much.
Okay, weirdo. What? What does it? Oh my god! What are the people in this town high? We got one person over here speaking. I assume it sounds kind of like Japanese. One dude over here is just like, "Hey, don't go that way." For some reason, I don't know. It's a secret, but I'm scared. But I shouldn't have said so much. And this guy over here is just speaking gibberish. Like he's just babbling incoherently. What is even wrong with these people?
This letter just isn't enough. I had... Wait, you wouldn't happen to be Mirage Keepers, would you?
Why would you assume that?
I'm looking for some fish scales. You wouldn't happen to have any you can spare, would you?
Do I have some?
It's kind of a family tradition. We believe that when you ask someone to marry you, giving them fish scales will ensure they say yes. Don't laugh. I get it. I know that fish scales aren't exactly the first thing that comes to mind when people think about romance. But if you ever really looked at them, they're one of the most beautiful things out there. Anyway, you really helped me out. Here, this is for you.
You know, people usually do that, or at least guys do. Typically with a really big diamond ring, and that usually is enough, I think. At least if the girl knows you enough, or if you're rich enough, they usually will say yes.
People say that someone really, really scary lives right here in town. But I've never met anyone like that.
I mean, trust me, if you give them a big enough diamond ring, I'm sure they'll probably say yes.
Ah, the Sunken Temple, huh? Boy, wouldn't it be something if it were real? I wonder who'd actually want to live there, though.
Is it true that there's a big house at the bottom of the ocean? What's that? You'd like to know more about the Sunken Temple? Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm afraid there just isn't much I can tell you. I've met all sorts of visitors here during my lifetime, but you're the first to ever ask me about the Sunken Temple right off the bat.
From...
Well, it sounds like everyone's heard about the temple we're after.
Thing is, none of these people have actually been there.
What'd you expect? It's the temple in the deep. You think people would call it that if it was swimmable?
From the look of it, the train probably doesn't stop there either. Huh? Pantologist. Always here to assist?
What?
Oh, a person that studies the pants? They think of the everything.
Yeah, pants must be serious business.
It's pantologist, dummy. The prefix is pan.
Cookware, huh? Neat.
Not those pans. As in all. Like they do a little of everything.
Oh, well, if they do a little of everything, then maybe they can do a little of helping us get down to that sunken temple. Let's hit the pants!
Wait, Lon!
A curse makes it less worse. Also, that looks like a sticker of like a bomb.
Looks like the place.
Now, I remember some place being called the Sunken Cave, and rather the temple. What's it called? Like the Cavern of the Stolen Faith in 10. In the arena, called it, rather than when you could collect monsters from there, called it the Sunken Cave. But that was a cave, not a temple. The Sunken Temple, that sounds more like Bodge Temple, like where anima is found. It's a mini Mantoise. Yes, that is indeed a turtle. It's funny though that the turtles are either the turtles are small and they transconfigure into an XL size. They skip like 3 whole sizes.
Whatever am I going to do? My son insists upon seeing some mirages up close, but I have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay, so it's white and fluffy, and it kind of looks like a tiny dog, but it isn't really a dog.
I say, do you think you might be able to find the one he's talking about for him? I'll make it well worth your while, of course.
Okay, so it's white and fluffy.
I'm afraid I just don't know which one.
Okay, this one isn't nearly as easy to appeal to as the other one, where the other one was just like, bring me a female. Literally any female will do. And I'm like, okay. Defeat 3 cactuars. I didn't do that one yet. White, fluffy, and small. Looks like a tiny dog. The only thing that I can think of that somewhat resembles what he's talking about is the white knack. I mean, I can't think of anything else that really seems to fit that description. It looks like a small, white, tiny dog. Is the white knack. You could probably grab that. Although, I wish it wasn't so far out here. Is there like a gateway or... Okay, I was looking for somewhere I can change out my guys. Again, I can't think of anything else that would really match that description. Okay, let me grab one of these, I guess. Where is he? I'm pretty sure it's not Tama. I suppose I could bring Tama anyway, but... Let's see. White, fluffy, and kind of looks like a dog. Where's my wolf? Yeah, because it says white, small, and fluffy. That looks like a dog, but isn't a dog. I have a few things that could fit that description, but again, none of them really look like dogs. Oh, right. Here it is. The white knack. Hmm. I guess let's try that. Oh, just like I thought, that was it. Because I haven't really been using many water-based guys. I see a few chocobos out there in the distance. Okay.
Wow, it's the real thing! I can't believe I got to lay eyes on it!
My goodness! So this is the mirage he was talking about. Well, I certainly learned something today. Oh yes. Here, take this. It's the least I can do.
Wait.
Well, hello! Thank you so much for your help the other day. However,
The other
I'm
day?
afraid my son has yet another mirage he wants to see.
Okay, so it's watercolored, it hops around, and it goes ribbon. It's slimy and gross and awesome.
Would you mind humoring him again, please?
Well, I mean, I suppose if it, like, gives me money, that's easy. Although, I really wish there was a way to change my mirages out faster than this, because they are at the end of the literal entire dock, at the end of this area, so... Boy, the trip just feels kind of long, especially since I can't hop on my freaking Magitech rider thing. But I know exactly what he wants, because it's a freaking frog. It's very obvious. But, I mean, it's like, if I'm going to get, like, stupidly easy prizes for this, and, you know, getting thousands and thousands I could use on stuff. Okay. At least it tells you right away if you have the right one. Instead of walking all the way out there and talking to him. Because, oh my god, that would be terrible. Okay.
Thank you so much again. Here, as a token of our gratitude.
Okay, so it's a shiny gold box with lots of diamonds. I thought it was a treasure at first, but no.
Oh, of all the times for him to bring it up. Oh, it's you! Wonderful timing. Could I trouble you to look for another mirage my son wishes to see?
A shiny gold box?
Okay, so it's...
For the life of me, I don't know.
A shiny gold box with lots of diamonds? I don't know about that one. I don't know if I even have anything that sounds similar to that. The only thing I can think... I'll have to look through my guys, but the only one that seems to be like that is the Mimic. Shiny gold box with the... Hold on. Oh, I can equip more mirror jewels. Hmm. Now, if I equip Banish Ra, I want to see if it gives me anything like extra. It doesn't seem like it. I had Flare Ultimate Holy Ray already. Hmm. I guess I'll equip Shell. Defense and defense plus plus. I guess Siphon. Looking for abilities though, hold on. Yeah, so it absorbs AP, which I kind of need for the thousands of needles. So I guess I'll equip that. Oh yeah. What do you want again? Shiny box with lots of diamonds. Again, the only thing I can think of is a mimic. Guys, I can't think of anything else on top of my head that would match that. I can look. Okay, does anything else match that description? Shiny box diamonds. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, Metalliskull and Mord Skull don't evolve at all. Only Death Skull evolves into Undead Princess. Let's see. Yeah. I know it's not the magic pot or whatever, just because I already have one on me, and he didn't respond to that. So, let's see. Let me try the Mimic Queen first. That's not it. I thought it might have been it, but oh wait, I didn't put it. Okay. I didn't put it on me. I transconfigured it seems like, but I don't think I equipped it to my party. Okay, so that was it. Because I was like, a box that looks like it's made of shiny diamonds? I'm like, the only thing that kind of would resemble that in any degree would be the Mimic Queen, which is a large container looking living mirage that actually looks very sparkly, like it has diamonds on it or something resembling gemstones. So I'm just like, it has to be this or I don't have it off the top of my head.
Whoa! This is amazing! It's even bigger than I thought it'd be. Awesome.
My, that must have been an ordeal to find. Here, this is to thank you for your trouble. Well, hello!
Oh boy.
So much for your help the other day. However, I'm afraid my son has yet another mirage he wants to see.
Okay, so it's got a whole bunch of eyes and a big mouth and it stinks real bad.
Would you mind humoring him again, please?
Well, at the very least, this is making me freaking rich, because she's giving me thousands each time I'm doing this. That has to be a Malboro. Well, it's either a Malboro or a Malboro Menace. Did he specify a color? He just said many eyes and smells bad. It's obviously a Malboro, but the smelling really bad makes you think of Malboro Menace. But again, I don't freaking know. I assume it's just a regular Malboro. But I'll have to check. Alright. I just wish it wasn't so far. Oh boy. Okay. Where are you? Okay. The kid better just be glad they're on my side and aren't hostile towards humans. I mean, unless I wanted them to be. But this game doesn't let me be a menace to society. I have to be the hero of the story.
My goodness! So this is the mirage he was talking about. Well, I certainly learned something today. Oh yes. Here, take this. It's the least I can do.
Okay, so it's like this huge robot you can ride around in.
Oh, of all the times for him to bring it up. Oh, it's you! Wonderful timing. Could I trouble you to look for another mirage my son wishes to see?
Let me guess.
Okay, so
I'm afraid I'd...
Yeah. How did I know that he's so picky it doesn't count the one I still have in my inventory? You know, the Magitech Armor P. It has to be the regular one, because reasons. Why couldn't it have been good enough, man? Really? Because I know what it freaking wants, but it doesn't let me count this one for some stupid reason. But again, at least this is giving me an absolute ton of money to work with, so that I can go to the store and I can buy tons of stuff. Because this is giving me so much money. And each time I do this, it seems like the amount of money I get is getting higher each time. Okay. So you know what she freaking wants. I'm also makes me glad that I went out of my way to capture absolutely everything I get my hands on until this point. Because now it's really paying off. Even if I don't use a lot of them, this is paying off like crazy right now.
Really it? Wow! So that's what it looks like!
How do you know what? Oh my god.
Thank you so much again. Here, as a token of our gratitude.
Okay, so it's a pretty black cat with really big eyes. I guess the only bad part is that its face is kinda scary.
Oh, of all the times for him to bring it up.
Okay.
Oh, it's you! Wonderful timing. Could I trouble you to look for another mirage, my son?
Okay. Not sure exactly what he wants. I assume it's one of those Manticore type things, but I need to check. I mean, that's what I believe he wants. Although those things typically don't have a very scary face. He said black cat thing with a scary-ish type face.